Hey gang, Ryan Rkozey with the Chapel at Crosspoint. Just wanted to give a brief update in regard to Christ Together Network and Renovation Network and our coming together. A couple of things that I wanted to update you on for this week. First and foremost, it's been a big week of assessment. I've been doing a number of survey assessments for churches throughout the United States, and this week we have our final meetings with two really good churches. One is in the Holt, Michigan, Lansing, Michigan area, and that is Riverview Church. It's a fairly respected Acts 29 church in the greater Lansing area. Noel Heikkinen and his team there. So I'm excited to go through the results of the data. This is a church that over the past couple of years had done a lot with regard to surveys based on what Leadership Network had been giving them in their partnership with them, and they had enjoyed that, but some of the questions with regard to missional behavior and just the intentional living in their geography, it seemed like perhaps the survey that we use or the assessment that we use was better suited for helping them. And so we're really excited to take a look at the data this week. I'll be meeting with them tomorrow for a couple of hours on a Skype call, and looking forward to that. Summit Church, the Ignite ministry, which is based primarily, I believe, the college-based ministry for Summit Church in Fort Myers, Florida. I'll be meeting with their leadership later this week as well. Very excited to talk with Levi and his team down at Summit. It should be a good meeting. This is actually kind of cool. It's a year one versus a year two assessment of the data, and there have been some really cool things that have happened over the last 24 months in engaging the data, so looking forward to talking with them. Another thing I just wanted to mention is this week, Wednesday, just would be asking for you to be praying for myself and a gentleman named Jamie Wamsley out of the chapel in Chicago. We're going to be connecting on a handful of things as it relates to kind of the building of a digital presence as our networks begin to come close together with one another in partnership. The reality is there are lots of things that come up. How do we go ahead and communicate messages? Where do we direct people toward? Is there a centralized base that we can give people to send them towards so that they can have more information about what it is that we do? And so Jamie and I will be connecting. There's some folks coming in from out west into Chicago on Wednesday. I will be present via Skype on Wednesday, connecting with them and just helping in any capacity that I can and trying to address some of the needs that we'll have as a partnered network coming together. The last thing I would mention is next week we are going to be some representatives from Renovation Network and some representatives from Christ Together Network. We're going to be coming together next week in the greater Atlanta area, and we're going to be spending a couple of days together, and we're very excited to talk about the formalization of merging our organizations together. And so I just ask that you would be praying for us. We have some regional and some national leaders that are going to be represented there from both networks, and we're just praying and excited for some neat things to happen during that period of time. So I'd ask that you be praying for us as we gather in the greater Atlanta area next week. We will continue to keep you in the communicative loop about those developments, but up to this point I just wanted to list those things out to you and just ask that you would pray for us. Pray for Riverview Church in Lansing. Pray for Summit Church in Fort Myers and the Ignite ministry. Pray for our two networks as we begin to come together more intentionally. God bless you, gang. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you soon.